and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about planning your trip to the Mall of America, and if you watch till the end, I've even got a secret to share. The first thing you want to do is a little bit of planning before you get here. Just like visiting any theme park, whether it be Walt Disney World or Universal Studios, any place like that, you probably want to do a little bit of homework first before you get here. Kind of plan out your attack, and that's especially going to be true if you're only going to be here for one day. Amusement park here that we're in is like over 7 acres. There's 520 different stores in here. There's over 60 restaurants. So it's going to take some pre-planning to figure out what you want to do when you get here. This mall is so big, it's got its own zip code. I mean, it's big. It's really big. Chances are you're probably going to need more than one day to get the full mall experience. You can try and get through one day, but if you're going to do that, plan it out because you can get the things you want to hit. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see everything in one day. The mall has parking ramps on both the east and the west sides. So like we talked about earlier, know the places you want to visit in the mall, know kind of where they're located, and kind of know your path, the path you're going to take to go visit them. Once you know that, then you'll know which parking ramp to park in. After you parked, don't forget where you parked. The parking ramps are marked by different states and they're color coded. So for example, you can see here that we're in Indiana, P3. It's probably even a good idea to take a picture of it so you know where you parked. From the parking ramp, you can pick one of the entrances that's closest to you and let the fun begin. I've had some friends and families that have come out here with me before, and when they first entered this place, because it's just so big, it's kind of overwhelming at first. So as you make your way around the mall, you're going to take note of some different landmarks, I guess you would call it. Down here in front of me is the Rotunda, and there's lots of special events that go on there, free events that you can go check out. So if you're going to be out here at the mall, I would go look at the calendar, see what's going to be showing at that time. There might be something going on you want to check out here in the Rotunda. Today it looks like it's Maddie Matt, who is a DJ that's out here quite a bit. So we probably won't want to spend much time there because it's going to give me a copyright strike. And the other thing that's here right by the Rotunda is the M&M store, which you can see right next over here. So there's the M&M store. And then here is the Rotunda, where Maddie Matt is playing right now. So that's the Rotunda behind me here on the east side. Top above that is where the Fair on the 4th is at. The Mall of America is rectangular in size. It has 3 main floors, and each of those floors are about 1.1 miles in distance around. And then there's this other 4th section here on the east side that's called the Fair on the 4th. There's some gold carts in here, there's some axe throwing, and some places to eat. And even down here at the end, there's an entrance into the movie theaters. This place up here is pretty easy to overlook, so if you plan on wanting to do something up here or come and check it out, make sure it's part of your plan. So that kind of gets often overlooked, so if you want to check out something there, be sure to put that on your plan to go check out the Fair on the 4th. It can get pretty crowded over there at the Rotunda, as you can see, depending on what's going on. But hey, it's free entertainment, and if it's something you enjoy, you should definitely check it out. If you continue on past there, another big landmark is right around the corner over here. It's the Lego store. And the Lego store, just like the M&M store, I mean, it's an attraction on all of itself. Here's the Lego store on the south side. And so above the Lego store here, up on the 3rd stores up there, actually the 4th is the movie theater, but on the 3rd level up here is what I like to call food row. So up here on the 3rd floor on the south side, above the Lego store, is one of 2 food courts. And so you can see all the different food in here. And then like I said earlier, what I consider to be food row is right up here on the south side. There's everything you could think of to eat up here along this row. So everything from that way all the way over to this way is food row here. There's about 60 different restaurants here at the mall. They're not all here at this food row. There's a lot of other ones that are scattered throughout the mall too. So just be sure and figure out where you'd like to go eat. Make sure that's part of your plan. And if you can get reservations at the restaurant, depending on where you're going to go, make that a to-do as well. And then all the way over on the other side of Nickelodeon Universe, behind the Dora the Explorer Ferris wheel, that's where the second food court is. And then here we are on the north side at Culinary on the North. This is the other big food court. So lots of things here, like quick bites to get to eat, not necessarily sit down restaurants. But like I said earlier, figure out what you would like to eat, make sure that's on your plan so that you can hit it at the right time. Right in the middle of the mall is Nickelodeon Universe. You can get to it from any direction, from the north, south, east, west. It's on the first floor. It's got one trail that kind of goes around the whole side of it. That's kind of the trail we're on here. And then it's got a second trail that kind of runs through the middle of it right here that goes north and south. So that's south that direction, and this is north. And so it goes north here for a little ways. And then when you end up in the middle of the mall, there's also another trail that goes off towards the west. So here we are right in the middle of the mall. That way is the south. That's the trail that kind of goes through here to the north, over by Dora the Explorer's Ferris wheel. And then there's this trail here that goes to the west, like I was talking about, towards the west side. If you want to get to the east side of the mall where the rotunda is, you kind of got to go around either that way or go around that way on the circular path that goes around. With those paths, it's super easy to navigate around the park. You kind of go around a circle or kind of make your way through the middle here. In addition to Nickelodeon Universe, there's also many other special attractions that are out here. There's Flyover America, there's a 3D extreme virtual reality show, there's the Museum of Illusions, there's a mirror maze, there's the Dutchman's Deck adventure course, there's a huge climbing wall, there's the Crayola experience, there's escape rooms, there's Moose Mountain mini golf, and there's Black Light mini golf at Rock of Ages. There's lots of arcade games, fair games. So there's plenty to do, even if you don't want to spend time in Nickelodeon Universe and ride rides. There's even a movie theater out here if you want to take in a movie. So here are a few parting tips and one secret. One thing is wear a good pair of shoes because you're going to be doing a lot of walking. And if you don't have a good pair of shoes, well, you're in luck because you're at the Mall of America and you can probably find a good pair of shoes here to wear. The second thing I would say is if you're going to get out here early in the morning when the lines are not so big. I came out here in the middle of a Saturday, so it's really busy right now. The lines are big for the rides, there's big crowds, so it's hard to get around. So if you want to get through this stuff a little bit quicker, come out here on a weekday, you know, a Wednesday or a Thursday. It's going to be a lot less crowded. You'll probably be able to get a lot more done. And then the last thing I'm going to say is if you want to get from one side of the mall to the other side of the mall and not have to walk all the way around the mile loop, a good shortcut is always to go down to the first level and cut across Nickelodeon Universe. It's a pretty good shortcut to get from one side to the other side. And so here's the secret. Minnesota doesn't have sales tax on shoes or clothing. So if you do come out here and you want to pick up a couple items, you're not going to pay sales tax on those things. So that's a pretty good tip. If you do come out here, you're probably going to need to spend a couple of days. You're not going to see everything if you only have one day to spend out here. So I would say try to make it, you know, a couple of days on a weekend to get the full mall experience. If you guys want to learn more about the Mall of America, watch this playlist that's coming up here. And I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.